What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we were introduced to the deduction mechanic from Herlock. So we reviewed it once, but now I guess we're going to go through it and start correcting his little incorrect conclusions. The dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Is there anything I can actually do? It says correction. There's history. I don't think that actually matters. Wait. Oh, every time. Okay, hold on. History on the Xbox controller would be on the left. Okay. And then there's court record where we can examine but not present. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant? Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess. Do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She's, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara as you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. How much is 20,000? I don't know, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. So despite the fact that I can examine the evidence, I cannot present yet. So let's go back. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hands? Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Ah, it goes all black and white Apollo style. I'm not sure, would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction's wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, and see if it helps matters. How? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands. Why am I the one to do something about this? Anyway, let's see if there's anything we can even use to switch around in the last sentence. Man! I really forgot how repetitive these games are with their phrasing. It'll be... it's funny because I've complained about this before multiple times over the many years. So it'll be like, what do you think they're trying to hide? They're definitely hiding something. What do you think he's hiding? Definitely something. We should investigate because I think he's hiding something. Let's investigate to find what he's hiding. It's like, Jesus, just go! What was the old man about to cut? Ooh, not the golden locks!
Yes!
hello. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. I mean, Herlock's really good at improvising. He just went right with it. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I need to increase the speed in which... Where is it? Hold on. Gameplay? I know it's provided here somewhere. Ooh. Wait time. Adjust the length of time until the next line of dialogue is displayed in autoplay. Nope, that's not relevant to me. There should be something about speed. Ah, text skip is off. So does that mean if I simply click, it'll display? I would just prefer if it went a little bit faster. But I'm not seeing it here. No, just wasting everyone's time. That's what I'm doing. Yep, that's me. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, yes, I understand. Say no more. Anyway, let's focus on... Let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts. That's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else, something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. This is how he's gonna steal all the credit. You're right. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Oh, we're not done. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman's apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. What is that? What is that little... Ah.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. That hat looks so cozy. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl's only 15 years old and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. All right, I'll tell you everything. There's no point to hiding it now. Come, let's not be hasty. There remains one unsolved mystery about you. What do you mean? You can't just stomp the dance of deduction. You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me, we're not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You're careless. Oh my goodness, I learned the pronunciation of it just 2 days ago, and I'm already... Whatever, man. The Coop Dole! That's what you get. Betrays you. A damn Coop Dole. We need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. The reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought up the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem like that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. That's true, but still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. There's a statue. There's this small picture. There's... Actually, can I... It's only highlighting the small picture. Is there... The rules of passage. The door. The books on the shelf. And it looks like there's nothing else actually here being highlighted besides the books on the shelf. So, we have 3 choices. The picture, The shelf and the rules. What? Have we already been through the rules? I'm not getting any other options here. But I'd like to be perfectly sure. Why would she? Oh, you know what? It is. You know what it is? It's the rules. Because it's an animal inside the case, and the rules explicitly say something about not having animals. Done.
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules, a pet. I really like to think that they're just like twirling around in front of her, synchronized. Elementary. So clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Bruya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. That's correct. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair, as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It was my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, your secret's safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, all right. I'll tell you. Well? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great... Wait, wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. And one more thing. What? Observe your wrists. My... Your hands are cuffed again. But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it, really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma wrote about in his diary really was. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died. He was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest? Perhaps its steam engine exploded? Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, blah blah blah. Is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I can think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet. Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I'll start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara's mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water. And we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. I feel like she should have just waited until they were in a different country and then left. Oh, that's what she did. She's like Singapore or something, right? So you ran away to protect yourself. Yes, and the crew of this ship, they've all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... I wonder if the intended victim was actually her. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. That's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That's not your business. Thank you for that flashback. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. What was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description's very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Shoei. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Oh, no! Oh, no! Push the wrong button. Hang on. Get out of here. Oh, dear. Do I really have to go through the... no option around it? Oh my god, I have to be careful not to touch it again. Well, if I just push the circle button, I should be okay. My lord. I mean, I could examine these, but I can't actually do anything about it. So let's back out all the way. Present! Okay. Now, what would I like to show her? My badge! Can I show you this? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you see? That means nothing to me. Why would it? Naruhodo, if you're determined to flaunt your Yume badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it. Mr. Sato, can I show you this? Maybe later. I could show Inspector Hosonaga too. Good, good. Miss Pavlova, would you take a look at this? I don't know. Anything. You're frightening the poor girl. Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to. Alright, we'll go with the suspicious revolutionary. About this article. Did you know about this merciless revolutionary? No. But when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. He looks just like me in my disguise. Huh? Am I the only one around here with eyes? The other man, the one wearing the brown, he also said so. He said we looked the same. Yes, he says a lot of things, but I have a strong feeling that besides you and the great detective, you won't find another soul on this ocean who thinks there's any similarity there. Mr. Naruhodo, I won't allow you to speak ill of Mr. Sholmes. No, I wouldn't dream of it. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. And he wrote in it, last night before he died, something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I could hear a faint whistling sound, and then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see? It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh! Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to the captain's quarters at once, please. All right, I will come now. What? You must leave, now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out. It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. To be continued. It would be a fair place to end it. Let me just see what happens here. I want to see if there's like a cutscene. No, straight to the safe. All right, sure, fair enough. If that's the case, then we'll go ahead and end this video here at around 33 minutes. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!